Let's see. Set up YouTube. Let me see. Make sure I got my internet on here. Hopefully I have my internet on. I'm going through. Want to pop in. Now I'm supposed to try to do this every Sunday night. Don't always get to do it, and sometimes I come in the middle of the week, but the night got in from the game. You know, me and my family went to the football game, made it in, and want to hop on here for a little while. I got a full battery tonight, so I might be able to do a little marathon, see what this old phone battery can do. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me invite the Lord in the room. All right. Had to go and invite the Lord in the room. Let me see. Dating 2 months. Started premarital counseling. Dating 2 months. Started premarital counseling. He signed us up for. Wants to get married in 2 months. Too soon. Both divorced. 4 kids all together. Now, y'all got 4 kids all together. Hopefully that's 2 and 2 and not 3 and 1 in his favor. The other thing, y'all been dating 2 months and he signed y'all up for premarital counseling and y'all don't even know each other. In 2 months, you don't even know each other. So y'all in premarital counseling and the counselor really don't know what to say to y'all. The counselor like, so what is his last name? And okay, now do you know her last name? Okay, do you remember her phone number? You know, it's only been 2 months. And then he want to get married in 2 months. I'm going to tell you like this right here. That right there, that scared me. That scared me real bad because I'm a man and I know men. And okay, y'all talking 5 hours a day? Okay, that's even more scary. All right. Because for one, if he talking 5 hours a day, I say talk an hour a day, and people say, oh, that's too much time. An hour a day? How am I gonna talk an hour a day? So if y'all talking 5 hours a day, what in the world he got going on? And then 2, why is you giving him that much of your time every day? And then 3, you ain't supposed to get to know nobody that fast. Now, me and my wife, we going on 14 years of marriage. We doing amazing. Our first conversation was 6 hours long. We did have hour long conversation, but we was in college. And so you do a class or 2 and then you done the rest of the day. And we had long conversations. But even us, we didn't get married in 4 months. And so what you got to understand right there is just the nature of a man does not move that fast. A man don't move that fast now. Even if he really feel like you his wife, he could take you off the market. But to be honest with you, when a man moving that fast, something up. You need to do some individual coaching yourself. Before you go, you need to talk to a coach, a relationship coach. You go on mymentor.life and you need to have about 4 sessions yourself and really talk through this thing because you don't really know. A lot of times it's he want to make his ex-wife jealous, or he need to go half on bills immediately, or his job coming to an end, or something finna change in his business, in his life, and he needs somebody that he could fall back on, somebody he could have there because he see and he knows what's about to happen, but you don't know. He need a caretaker for his kids if he got his kids. A lot of times there's something in there that's going on, but men don't really, honest, genuine, grown men, they don't move that fast. Not that fast. A year, 12 months, that's the fastest you ever need to think about marrying somebody. The absolute fastest. Met on Match, exclusive 3 months. I'm hidden, but notice he checked app every day for the last 2 weeks. Red flag, say something. Exclusive for 3 months. He checked every day for the last 2 weeks. Okay, that's definitely a red flag. That is absolutely 100% a red flag. A red flag with sirens on it, horns, flashing lights on there, fire on the back of the flag. So that's definitely a thing. And so what that says to you is that you are not the one. That means that he is still looking, he's still open, he's still wondering where his wife is at. But for the time being, you are what they call a hold me down. And if he doesn't meet anybody else, if he don't meet somebody else on the site, then he will settle for you because you the best thing going in this moment. But when a man meet his wife, he's no longer needs to go on the dating site to keep checking the site. But see, what a lot of men do is they meet a woman and they think you great, but then they see that, okay, I want to see if it's something better out there. Ruby, God bless you now. Let me see. Would like to do animal-based life coaching. Email you about it, but Katie responded and would prefer your take on it because I explained it further. Would you be willing to read it? Steven, that response that you got actually was from me, not Katie. So that response that you got, when y'all get a response, it's even though it's not me personally, it's approved by me. You don't get a response that's not approved by me. So whatever my assistant say to you, that's what goes. It's not gonna be any different from me. So I can't even remember it, but what I would say to that is it's just it's too specific. Like, it's just not really a thing. I'm a coach and I've never heard of anybody want to do animal-based life coaching. So I get it, but I feel like you'll be wasting your money on the site. Now, see, if I was one of them people that just want money and growth at all costs, I say, yeah, go ahead and sign up for animal-based life coaching. Go right ahead. And you know what? Do the annual membership while you're at it. But I'm not that type of person. I don't want you to go waste your money for something that I don't think is going to be successful on my mentor.life. And, my audience, I'm a black man, so a lot of my audience is African American. And a lot of black people don't even like animals. They had to tie me down for me to agree to a dog. You see what I mean? So just on this particular site, I'm not sure it'll be the best thing. Now, care.com, different demographic. It's other sites out there got different demographics, got people who would know what animal-based life coaching is. But as far as my brand and my marketing promotion, I don't think it'll be a good use of your funds. You'd be better off doing some one-on-one coaching yourself and getting some marketing strategy on how you can market yourself and spend funds that way than, getting on the site and then being upset if you don't get booked. Or you could do a different category of coaching, and then in coaching a client, you may see they could benefit from the animal-based life coaching. Thoughts on a man dating a woman with kids? You really, every man is different on that. That's one of the things that it depends on that man. That's not really going to be something that I can answer because, I'm not. Last time I did that, I was 16, and the girl I was dating, she had a child, and I broke up with her because I was too young to accept that responsibility. Being a high schooler, I was like, listen, I want to be able to just go to the movies. I'm calling you about going to the movies, and you talking about you got to get a babysitter. I'm like, I ain't going to be able to do this. And I said, I rolled past your baby daddy. He in the street. I saw him in the street in a fight. So here I am stepping in here, and I got to be sitting at your house having a in-house movie date because you got a child and your baby daddy out there in the street fighting. I saw him at a fight in front of the movie theater. And this is a true story. I said, I ain't going to be able to do it. I said, I really like you. Everything good. I ain't going to be able to do it. I was a high schooler. So that's the last time I did that. So you have to kind of, talk to your brothers, talk to your cousins on that one, and just kind of see if they've had experience with dating a woman with children as an adult. Some men totally fine with it because they love kids, and then some men it's on their list that they would never do it. So it's different situation. Actually, God bless you. Now, men don't approach me in person. I only in inbox. I keep a smile on my face, and I am a barber, but I don't date customers. Is this preventing me from Men approaching me. Um, no, it could just be where you at. Could be a lot of factors that go into it. Um, what you got to realize is it's okay to meet people on in the inbox on social media. You know, that's totally different. Social media is not a dating site. So meeting someone on Instagram in the inbox is totally different than meeting somebody on one of these dating sites, because on a dating site you're going there to look for a date. That means that you have processed through your mind that it's not enough options approaching you in person, and you want to get on a online dating site to meet total strangers. But on Facebook and Instagram, that means you're going on a social networking site where you can follow your friends and family, and a man just happens to see your profile and send you a message. So it's totally different meeting someone on Instagram and meeting someone on a dating site. So I would be more open to those meetings. And today, that's how a lot of relationships, that's why that thing that's going around, how it started, how it's going, that little trending thing, that's really what that started from. People just talking about they shot in the DM, and then now they married. You see what I mean? So that's something to consider. God given Tony, my child's father, is having a new baby and stayed and said he's moving to another state. Our child is only one. He promised to come and see her, but he never shows up. Well, you're gonna have to. You probably gonna need you a coach for that one, just to talk you through it and help you get through that. But it's time to realize it's on you. It's on you. You can't lose sleep over that. Ain't no you sense in sitting and worried and wondering about it. You got to warming up and do you. You know, that is 100% your child. You can't look at it like it's 50% his. Your child is 100% yours. So stay in the trenches, keep grinding. Y'all forgive me, hit my mic. And focus on what you have to do, and just treat him like he's a non-factor, like he don't even exist. And if he show up and do something good, good. If he don't, your mind is made to keep going forward. Annie K, God bless you. How do you deal with a person who you both were a grown boy and grown girl? Do you move forward and try to fix it, or let it be and let God work it out? Typically in that situation, you move on with your life. Recovery with Amber, God bless you. Now, typically in that situation, you move on with your life. You go on about your business. And because when you both were not right, it shows you that you're not meant to be together. Because when a relationship works, it's typically one mature person and one immature person. And the mature person influences the immature person. When both of you immature, it's a recipe for disaster. Was it uptight of me to give a man a side hug on the first date because I wasn't comfortable with giving a full body hug? Yeah, it was uptight of you, but uptight is not a bad thing when you just met somebody. You know, when you're doing a full hug, sometimes that could send the wrong message when you don't know this man, you just met him. So it's better to be safe than sorry. And to be honest with you, that is a good thing, because a man can look at you, and a man sees that as classy, conservative. If you just met this man and you out there, I just love hugs, and you doing all that, he gonna be like, whoa, all right, ooh, okay, all right. I felt all kind of arrow on me. He kind of confused. You see what I mean? So that little side hug, that's like, oh, okay, cool, all right, cool. That helped me. Somebody say I missed her. Dion, I didn't skip her. Change your language on here. I missed her. Thank you very much. Gina, God bless you now. I don't skip nobody, but y'all got to realize I don't see everybody because of the chat and how many people in the chat. Visit. Okay, I see. And when y'all do those little blue ones, the ones that say $4.99, a lot of those they end up in the chat. So I miss those. They don't leave them up for me. So just instead of doing that, instead of sending that $4.99 and spending your money on something that I may or may not see, and knowing that you're gonna be calling Google, yes. I sent $4.99 to Tony Gaskins YouTube and asked a question. He did not answer my question. So that was a fraudulent charge. Can you refund that charge? Thank you. So instead of sending that $4.99, just put your question in the chat for free. You see what I mean? Just put it in the chat for free, just in case, so you're not wasting your money in case I miss that. Now, the people who give the orange and the yellow, they put that on my screen big and I see that. You see what I mean? So don't waste your money on here, because this is free. You don't have to send money to ask a question. This is free. And I was getting ready to answer the question, but looked like Mama Tish, you accidentally deleted the lady paid question. Now the question got deleted. I was getting ready to answer it. Queen Heart, God bless you. Treated myself. So Santos, who sent that $4.99, just post your question again in the chat, in the free chat. I'm gonna look for you. But put hashtag Q before your question. Anything without hashtag Q in it, the moderators delete it, because we try to keep the chat clear. Queen Heart, God bless you. Treated myself to a luxury hotel, invited a friend over, then curved him for delayed responses and tardiness. Next day, he tried to strong arm for my room number, but refused to say why. Do you think he wanted to do something stupid to retaliate? No, I don't think so. I just think when you hit him up, he was tied up with his other woman. And then he got free the next day. And really, if you inviting a man to a hotel room, that means you want some business to go down in there. So he was strong arm like the Arm & Hammer box. You ever seen the Arm & Hammer box? Look it up, all right? That's how he was feeling down there, because you at the luxury hotel inviting him over. Okay, so that's not really a good idea. You go to a luxury hotel, go to the luxury hotel next time for yourself. You don't need male energy. Go there and get centered with yourself. Read your Bible, pray, do some laps in the pool with your mask on when you come up for air, and focus on you. When you don't ever invite a man nowhere. When you invite a man somewhere, he think you inviting him to come put you on your bike. So the night before, when you invited him, he was with his other woman, had her on her bike. So the next day he got aggressive because he wanted to come in there and go and get what he thinking you inviting him for. So understand that right there, okay? Elena Grace, God bless you. If son's father has never been in his life or met him and now says he wants to meet him but doesn't work with me to set a date and time, should I stop trying? I also don't want my son to be like him. Yeah, just stop trying. Just stop trying. If he ain't going all the way through and he just saying stuff to take up your time and drain your energy and just get back on your radar, then go on about your business. Don't even mention it to your son. Don't have your son hopes up and then got to let him down. And if you set a time up with him, let it be a surprise to your son. Don't even tell him. Don't say, okay, he coming Tuesday at 5 p.m. just because you and him done talked about it, because you already know he a grown boy and he ain't by his word. So when he show up at 5 p.m., then you let your son know, hey, your dad is outside and got somebody for you to meet. Your dad is outside. Then you let him know. If you want him in his life. If he ain't worth it, and he ain't a good man, and he got too much going on, at the end of the day, listen to me. Single parents, mothers and fathers, because sometimes it go both ways, that the other side is crazy. At the end of the day, it's your job to protect yours. It's your job to protect yours. So if that other half is not doing what they need to be doing and ain't right, and they only gonna introduce pain and harm, to yours, then Nope, can't go to the courthouse. Let the court tell me. Let the court look me in my eye. Let the judge look me in my eye and tell me that you won X amount of percent of custody, knowing that you smoking like a chimney, drinking like a fish, on probation, got all these records. Let the judge tell me that. And if the judge do that, then okay, now you got to deal with being in at risk of contempt of court. But if a person is sorry, they not even gonna go through all of that to get that visitation, and that's you protect yours and you do what you got to do. Bridget, God bless you. Hi, Tony. Just want to say thank you. I signed up for the courses. You are a blessing from God and helping me stay focused with your videos and course. Hey, God bless you now. Make sure you put hashtag Q before your question so I could see it. What does it mean when a man says he feels he's running from himself? It mean he heard that somewhere. He heard that somewhere and it sound good, and he know that that's just gonna have you so confused that you just sit there just stuck, and you on the Q&A trying to figure out what he mean. It don't mean anything. Really don't mean nothing. Sometimes a poetry only means something to the author. You know, you got to understand that. So I wouldn't even waste no time. What it really means is if he running from himself, that means you need to be running from him. You don't ever be running towards somebody that's running from themselves. That's a scary thing. My child's father blocked me because I don't feel like talking to him. No, I don't feel like taking him to work, but I felt it's not my responsibility and we're not together. Why would he do that? Well, because he mad. You know, you're a grown boy. So you don't do what he wants you to do, blocked. Take a lesson from it and keep him blocked and go on about your business. Carla, God bless you. You should wait 1 year to introduce your kid while dating a man. How can a man truly love you if he hasn't met the motherly side of you or your kid? My kid is my other part of me. Well, what you have to understand is inside of a year, that's where you need to be meeting him and vetting him and getting to know him so that you see that he's worthy of being introduced to your child. And then when you introduce him on day 366, then you take another year of seeing how he gels with you and your child and seeing that side of you. But if you take and you keep introducing your child to a man every 3 months, now she meeting Tom, Dick, and Harry every year. By the time she 15, she done met 80 men, and when she come of age and men trying to get her on her back at the age of 12, 13, guys trying to take her behind the bleachers and under the stairwell at the schoolhouse. Now she know what boys try to do with girls. Now she looking at you like, whoa, my mama is loose. Oh my goodness. You mean to tell me all these men I done met because my mama want to introduce a man to me every 3 months or every 6 months? All these men I done met over the last 10 years and had my mama in the bed, and then you try to say, oh, I didn't sleep with those men. She's like, yeah, that's what Crystal said at school, and she's around here doing everything with all the guys. And so you really want me to believe that? Okay, yeah. My friends, when she's 13, 14, 15, my friends are having sex. You really want me to believe you're not? Okay, mom. So that's why it sounds drastic, but you can't be desperate. And that's the problem with our world today, is that men and women have children and then be so desperate to date that y'all end up using your children as pawn on a raggedy chessboard, and y'all can't even play chess. So now your children meeting all these people, shaking all these hands. Your child called COVID-19 out here from shaking all these hands, meeting all these different people. And the reason why I say that is because with the work I do, you would not believe the amount of grown women that I coach that was did wrong by their mama boyfriend, by a man they mama brought into their house, talking about he need to meet her because he need to see the motherly side of me. That right there is what had your child in therapy at 21. So understand that. You cannot trust a man. You do not know a man. It take a woman 2 years to 5 years to even know a man. It's women who get married to a man and don't know that man 10 years into the marriage. So you bringing a man you just barely knew 3 months, 6 months around your child. You don't know this man, while you in the bathroom, he done went and put a hidden camera in your child bedroom. You see what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on out here today. So that's why you have to thoroughly vet these people. Because, and if you don't believe me, sit down every night and watch the news. Watch the news for the next 7 days, and you're going to say, okay, yeah, ain't nobody finna meet my child inside 12 months. You hear me? Listen to what I'm telling you now. Because I'm out here in the trenches. I'm on the trenches. Tammy Lee, I'm not sure, but the Bible calls afflictions. What I would say, dude, when you see afflictions and when you read your Bible, if you go on like the Bible app or if you go on like BibleHub.com, you could read that scripture in every different translation, and you can see how afflictions is translated in every different translation, and then also see what the Hebrew word is for affliction and understand. And so the different variations that you read, the different translations you read, it'll give you a deeper understanding of what the Bible mean by afflictions. And then, but when you read, you got to pray for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding so that the Lord can reveal to you what that word means in your life and in that context. Lola, God bless you. Is a man really a simp for taking on the responsibility of another man child when he marries a single mom of one? I keep seeing people say a valuable man wouldn't do so. Playing someone else saved game. You seeing that from the grown boys that's out here be saying that. And anytime you hear the word simp attached anywhere, it's from a grown boy. So just think about it. Just realize that a grown man will accept responsibility. And what y'all have to realize, what moms have to realize, it has nothing to do with your child. It has everything to do with you. So you can have baby kids. You remember the cartoon Baby Kids? Y'all Google that. Bebe. I think that's how it was spelled. Baby Kids. A little cartoon, little black cartoon, black people. And them kids was so bad. Look, if a man like you, it don't matter what your children got going on, he's gonna be okay with that. He gonna be fine with that because God wired him for you. He not worried about them. They could have anything going on in their life. A man don't leave you because of your kids. When a man leave you, it's because he don't feel you are the one. That's all. That's all. And so I want y'all to understand that and realize that, man ain't in the history of the world ain't left no woman that he really loved and he wanted because of their kid. Understand that. Ashley J. married 3 months, together 3 years. Found out 2 months into marriage he slept with another woman 1 year into the relationship. Left for 3 days, begged me back, and we went to counseling. How to trust again. You got to keep doing what you're doing. You're going to have to go through the motions. You're going to have to do the coaching. You're going to have to read the books together. The good thing about it is what he did, that was a long time ago. Y'all was dating. Again, like what I just said. It take you a year before you even get to know a man. You still ain't know him. He still ain't know you. He still wasn't even ready for no relationship. He just was with you as a placeholder while he was getting to know himself and trying to grow. And now this done come out. He might ain't did nothing since then. And that's very, very common. So you have to realize now, if you find out he did something in the marriage, that's something totally different. But he did something 2 years ago and you find out about it and he's a totally different person, and the person he was when that happened. Now you got to make a decision. Do I want to leave because of what happened then? Or am I with a new person today and do I want to make it work? And you got to see what he willing to do too. 23, meaning what he's willing to do, how many sessions he willing to do, how many books he willing to read, how much work he willing to put in. Now, if he ain't willing to put in no good work that'll satisfy you, then you need to leave, because that means he's not remorseful. He does not care. He don't respect you. He think he got you. He think you trapped. He think you locked in, and he just basically saying deal with it. Say, Lorna, God bless you. Now, 23, lived with my ex of 4 months. Lived with my ex of 4 months. I'm leaving after seeing he cheats in DMs with more successful women, even with close female friends. Was he exploiting me? Moving back with family to change my life. He was exploiting you if you was helping pay the rent. If you weren't helping pay the rent or if you were just on your back, then yeah, you was getting exploited. But go ahead about your business. Go on, leave. And just be thankful you found it. You found out. My daughter's dad, we're working on us. He says we're not together. I can say whatever, do whatever I want, I feel. Working on us. It's not okay for him to seek attention and flirt on social media. So what it sounds like, sister, he trying to keep you locked down. He wants you to think y'all. If a man tell you that, he ain't working on y'all. If he says we're not together, he's not working on y'all. So I don't know how, I really don't know how you got that we're working on us. No, since y'all ain't working on y'all, unless you mean we're working on us, meaning y'all working on y'all individually. But based on the rest of your message, it's not okay for him to seek attention and flirt on. It is okay for him to do that because y'all not together. And that's why he telling you we're not together. Because what he telling you is, I don't want you and I don't want to be with you. And that's why I'm keep telling you we're not together. But I'm saying we working on us so you could keep working on you and keep trying to get me so that you stuck standing still sniffing my booty while I'm out here sniffing the booty of other women. And when I find the woman that I want, I'm going to drop you like a bad habit and then reiterate to you we're not together. So that's the Manglish of that. And that hurt to hear now because it hurt to say. But I want you to hear that and understand that you playing yourself. You playing yourself, going about your business. And see, this is the thing. What y'all ladies have to understand. This thing what y'all ladies have to understand is y'all be hearing a man say something and you don't listen to what he telling you. He said, we're not together. When a man say that, that means everything is fair game. That means anything he want to do. And then he followed up and said, I can say and do whatever I want to. He telling you, kiss my behind and raise your child. Y'all have to start listening when a man tell you, I don't want you. I don't want a relationship. I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm not ready to settle down. I'm not sure about us. I don't know if I want to be with you. I don't know if we can make it work. When a man say that, stop letting it go in one ear and out the other ear. And then you saying, oh, but we working on us and I think we're going to get back together. No, he told you. So understand that now. Kaya Lee, God bless your child father didn't come to see or showed up for his child's birthday because we have a disagreement, but he said he loved his child. Sis, I don't know what to tell you. Now, y'all go on mymentor.life, and then when you click find a coach, and then you'll see it bring up the coaches at the top. It'll say click for filters. When you click on the filter and you select the subject or the topic, you can select co-parenting. And whenever you're going through stuff like that, for all of y'all that's co-parenting, go on mymentor.life and hire one of the co-parenting coaches. Because that's somebody who done either seen all the mistakes happen, made all the mistakes, or they done figured out their co-parenting situation and they got some insight for you. I have personally never co-parented, so what I say, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because I don't have a baby mama or other child from another woman, or it's just me and my wife. So I don't want to mislead you by speaking on stuff too much that I've never done. So go on my mentor.life and find you one of the co-parents and coaches, and they fee probably so affordable you could do a session with different ones to see which one you vibe and gel with the most. Destiny, God bless you. What do you think about a 26-year-old man that is online publicly talking about wanting to have with multiple females, single and in a relationship? I really don't think about that kind of man, and you shouldn't be thinking about that kind of man either, because that's not a man, that's a grown boy. So, I would not let that man have you wasting your $5, sister, because I wouldn't even, if a man like out there like that, if I was you, I'd be trying to get so far from him. He wouldn't be able to call me, text me. He can't send me no telegram. He can't fly no plane across my house, because he don't even know where I live. You hear me? So when you see somebody out there reckless like that, go ahead, for you be laid up in the hospital with HIV. And when I say HIV, that's HIV. You hear me? Don't you when a man show you who he is, believe him. What Maya told y'all, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. And that's what you got to, get to it. And listen now, ladies. Now you notice this a theme. You notice it's a theme tonight. Is y'all have to stop needing somebody to tell you what you already know. You got to get yourself to that point to where you stop asking, why is water wet? You have to get to that point. Tony, what does it mean when a man says, I hate you and I don't want to be with you and you need to leave me alone? I'm like, what does it mean? You see what I'm saying? So I want y'all to get to that point. Y'all see the theme now. So if you see a 26-year-old man out there saying that stuff online, do you see me saying anything like that? Do you see any respectable man saying anything like that? Okay, so now you know that's a fool. That man slap crazy. That man will have you chopped up in somebody's freezer if he that crazy. Me, Parker, God bless you. Past relationships left me feeling like not enough and like something was stolen from me. Why do I have dreams of drastically protecting myself with from my ex or any man trying to get close? It's because of what you telling yourself. It's because of how you feeling. So what you saying, how you feel, your dream is just a replay of your subconscious mind. What's on your mind, what you've been thinking, what you've been talking about, what you saw. So that's all that is. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to change your input. You're going to have to get coaching or counseling or both. And you're going to have to read books and you're going to have to watch the YouTube videos, because you need new input. You need to be encouraged. You need life to be spoken into you. Coach Amber on here, she did a donation earlier. Amber, I don't know if she got a YouTube channel. I hope Amber got a YouTube channel. I don't know if you could click on her name, who made that donation earlier. But Amber, she a great coach on here. I saw her on here tonight, so she'll get her a little shout out. And I interviewed her, Coach Amber Johnson. You'll see the interview. Hire her. She'll whip you right into shape. She'll whip you into shape. She'll speak life into you. And she'll get you, you need to change your thinking. Because you feeling like you lost stuff and like stuff was stolen from you in your past because you don't know your worth right now. Sarah, God bless you. Any advice for mothers with sons? I'm scared to make him too dependent on me, and how to balance being loving versus suffocating. Always understand this. You can't be too loving and you can't be too hard. As long as it's coming from the right place of love, You just need to make sure you're operating from love. And you got to evaluate what you're doing and what you're saying. And you got to make sure it's not coming from a place of fear. You got to make sure it's not coming from a place of scarcity, of lack, of self-hate, of doubt, of worry. But is it coming from a place of love, that you love him and you want the best for him? Or is it coming from a place of you scared for him and you scared to fail and you scared the world gonna eat him alive? Because when you operating from fear, that's when you become overbearing, suffocating, and you doing the wrong things. When you operating from love, that's when you are empowering and uplifting. And once you get a certain age, I got a course on Tony Gasson's Academy if he's 13 or older, called Raising Young Men. Crystal B, God bless you. How to meet new people in 2020. And all right. Today on social media, right now on social media, that's really how you're gonna meet new people. Because right now you be done shut somebody's hand, and next thing you know, you're going to meet the Lord. Because with this here thing that's going around, it ain't playing with y'all. So you right here meet somebody now, they be done coughed on you on accident, and next thing you know, you laid up in somebody's casket. You going to meet the Lord, your spirit with the Lord. You see what I mean? So right now, meet yourself, okay? Meet yourself. Meet yourself. That's what we got to focus on right now. And if somebody happen to show up in your DMs, then you evaluate, check them out, see if they got a real page, and this ain't no bot, and this ain't somebody in another country that's gonna be asking you to money union, Western ground, them some money. You see what I mean? I feel like I just mixed them names up. Money union, Western ground. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Gina, God bless you. I married a Muslim 3 years ago. I'm a Christian. I realize he is a new baby boy in February. Should I leave even though I'm married? All right, so okay, $4.99 for that question. You made up what? No. So that's a whole coaching session right there. Says you're gonna need a coaching session right there. Okay, see, marriage, like marriage stuff and all, and married and new addition to the world in February, that's too deep for the Q&A, sisters. That's too deep for the Q&A. So please, God bless your sister, but make sure you get on my mentor.life. You need a whole hour. You need a whole hour for that. And see, for me, I don't want to do injustice, because see, what you got to realize, when I say stuff, you could take that serious and you could do something in your life based on what I say. And if I only gave you half a little something on a really deep situation, then that's my fault. So on here, I try to only answer questions that's kind of surface level. Stuff that I know I need to ask you 10, 20 questions, you need to have a session, sister. And if you can't have a session, it's courses, it's books, and it's a whole lot of videos. If you watch enough of these videos that's free, you'll get your answer. You'll get your answer, because you already know the answer. You already know the answer. You just want somebody else to tell you or to confirm or deny what you feeling. Eileen, God bless you now. God bless you, Eileen. Coach Portia, God bless you now. Coach Portia, I don't know if you could click on people's name when they, say something, but Coach Portia say she a coach now. All right. Tony, thank you for everything that you do and giving the blueprint for success with integrity. I can't wait for Tony to. Hey, God bless you now. I'm waiting on somebody with some money that can make a little investment in the Tony Tube. And then I got to find me some good developers, some good app developers. I need to holler at YouTube. YouTube need to just start letting people build their own tube with their developers. Get them a little piece, but let us talk about what we want to talk about. Kaylee G. Kaylee G, I see you. I asked your question. You should just post your question again, just Kaylee, because you see with this chat, I can't really get to the question because there's so many people in the chat. Sabrina. And again, I'm gonna say this again. Y'all listen. Them 499 questions, they disappear. So do not spend your money to ask a question if you ain't got that money to give. That's just, you got to see that like that's a donation. If you don't pay to get your question asked, that payment feature is for people who they just saying, "Hey, God bless you." This not a paid Q&A. The Q&A is free. So only send a donation if you saying, "Hey, God bless you." Like, and here go a question. But if that question don't get asked, you ain't on the phone with Google. You see what I mean? So, and then I scrolling through the chat, I done seen you post, "I missed the question" twice instead of just posting your question again. So just if you post a question and I miss it, just keep posting your question. Because whenever I stop talking, I go right back to the chat and I look for the next question. Why do grown boys even come back knowing you don't want them back? They don't know you don't want them back. And if they could reach you on the phone or the text, that means you do. That means you might do want them back. So if you don't want them back, let them know you don't want them back by not being accessible. Tony, what advice can you give to women aged 26 to 29 who have never been in a relationship and are asked about relationship history on a date? Just tell the man you never been in a relationship. That's a good thing that you never been in a relationship. Oh, I've never been in a relationship, so I actually don't have a relationship history. Oh, you ain't never been in a relationship? You lying. You never been in a relationship? No, I've never been in a relationship. Can you not tell? No, I couldn't tell. I thought you maybe been in a relationship. Me, you look like a wife. I thought maybe you'd been married and divorced. Well, no, thank you for the compliment, but no, I've never been in a relationship. So, I'm learning as I go and I know what I'm looking for. Oh, so what you looking for? I'll know it when I see him. Oh, am I him? You'll know one day. You see what I mean? You have to be aloof. You got to be roundabout with a man. You can't give him your whole blueprint. And it just got to be real and raw, and you just got to be yourself. See, the thing about it is, what y'all misunderstand about what I'm doing here, this is to educate you. What I'm doing here is to educate you from a male perspective. And the reason why I'm speaking from a male perspective is because a lot of our daddies don't talk to us in a very blunt and real way. Maria, God bless you now. And a lot of our fathers don't speak to us in a articulate way about love and relationship. A lot of brothers, uncles, cousins. So what I'm doing here is not to teach you games to play and tricks to run on men. That ain't what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here is expressing the male psyche from a male perspective to bridge the gap, to level the playing field. But what you do in a relationship is just be authentic. When you meet somebody, you be authentic, you be you, but you're being authentically you as an enlightened person who understands what a grown boy thinks and how a grown man thinks, but you're being authentic. So don't take relationship advice as like a blueprint for you to play a role. No, you evolve and you develop and you grow into the person you need to be, and then you operate authentically from that place. Not trying to remember, okay, what do I say here? Okay, what do I say there? Okay, what do I say there? And once you get the knowledge in your spirit, then it becomes natural on how you carry yourself and what you're looking for when you're dealing with somebody. So understand that, don't look for tips and tools in the sense of this is what I got to remember. No, this is what I need to know, and this is who I need to become in my growth. Eileen, God bless you now. Shauna, God bless you. I just wanted to say thank you. I've learned a lot from your Independent Woman series. I have issues, LOL, so I keep rewatching them. Hey, God bless you. It's good to know yourself now. It's good to know yourself. Nah, the sister that kept posting, I missed a question now. I'm looking for your question in here. I ain't seen your question. What do grown boys think of women who reject traditional femininity? Arms full of tattoos or muscular women who work out a lot. Do they see her as a target? Yes, they do. But grown boys see thing as a target. Grown boys see, women, all shapes, sizes, colors. Every woman is a target for a grown boy. So, what tattoo says to a man is that a woman can endure pain, that a woman is willing to be a little rebellious, that a woman is willing to think outside the box, step outside the box, live outside the box, and she adventurous. That's what a tattoo says. Is that a woman just got a little bit of, fun or adventure in her. Women who work out a lot, and now different if you work out a lot to where, my wife used to do the little bodybuilding stuff as in a division to where you still was feminine, but you working out a lot. You're not bodybuilding, but they call it bodybuilding. And she was telling me that some of the bodybuilder women have them a little thing down there, like grow a little angling down there, like a little extra piece of hanging out down there. And so now that right there is different than just a woman who love to work out. So, but what you got to realize is a grown boy, they see every woman as a target. Shauna, I got your message. God bless you now. Alexandra, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you and the Queen for a woman influence and all your consistent content. Bless you, sister. Lord, pour out in her life. Sister went above and beyond on this thing, huh? Shanice, bless you. Hello, Tony. What is your take on military men and relationships? I've been talking to a man in the Army every single day, and he is very consistent, calls and texts. I've been getting negative feedback from women. Thoughts? Now, you getting that negative feedback from women for a reason. And to be honest with you, that's all I get back to when it's dealing with men in the military. A man in the military is like a man being in prison. It's a different type of prison. He got a little bit of freedom, but he's still in the prison or working for this here country. And especially if the country ain't work for him. So if he of color and he in America and he in the military, 9 out of 10 times he in there for another reason. It ain't for to defend no country. It's for to get a college paid for, or because he just didn't really know what else he wanted to do. And so that's typically the reason why we go. That's why I went. That's why I went and did all the tests and all that. And I was getting ready to go on. My daddy talked me out of it. But I was going because I was lost and confused. So a lot of times that's why you have so many issues in that military, because especially with people of color, because the country ain't never fought for us. Country ain't never did nothing for us. So when we go there, we typically looking for a consistent paycheck, or we looking for, school to be paid for, or we need something to do at that time. And as men, women may have other reasons why they go in there. But as men, a lot of the men in there lost in the sauce. So they juggling women, mistreating women, and really seeing women like pain pills, because they just wonder, man, why am I even in here? What I'm even doing in here? So let me have me some fun. That's what the case is 80% of the time. So you got to be very careful. Let them call and text now, but don't do nothing crazy. Don't be sending no nude. Okay, sending no nude. Don't be sending no money. Okay, don't do him no favors. All you giving him is conversation. Don't send him nothing. Gina, God bless you. Currently engaged. Sometimes things come up where I feel the need to reference an ex to explain a point or reason for my position. Significant other never wants to hear about exes. How to get around this? You're going to have to stop talking about exes. That's how you get around it. Sis, you can't ever do that. Now, you can't ever bring up an ex. What the world? Gina, come on now, Gina. I'm about to talk to you like Martin in here. Gina, come on now, Gina. What in the world? It's like you never, when you talking to somebody, you never mention somebody else who do what they do or doing what they did. That's like when y'all come in here and be in the comments, oh, go look at Coach such and such. What you on my page for? Promoting Dr. Seuss and his business. It's like, so you talking to your fiance, you can't bring up your ex, because see, men is visual creatures. So when you bring up your ex, when you bring up your ex, this all your fiance see. For one, he don't hear nothing from the moment you say ex. That's all he hear. From the moment you say ex, he don't hear nothing you saying. All he see is this here, and all he see is you, and that's all he see. He can't hear you, and then that night, that's what he dream about. You just on your bike. Because when you said ex. So it's like, listen, you can't bring up an old relationship. You just have to take the lesson from the relationship. You got to take the stance that you learn, and you got to make that hypothetical. It have to be hypothetical. Like, the reason why I feel this way is because of my heart doesn't sit well with this. You don't have to say it's because of a certain person or it come from this or that. Coach Santos, I see your question now, because I saw your paid question had got deleted. I see your question. Maybe third time is a charm. Oh, see there, you post your question again. Now I seen it. I read single isn't a curse and feel that, but I'm 51 and single and feel pressure from others to date. My focus is my career right now and don't see how I can give my 100 to it. Well, you answered your own question. What is your focus? What do you want to do? You can't ever let somebody else pressure you into something that they don't have to live with the results of. They don't have to live with the backlash. So don't worry about what other people want you to do. You got to do what you want to do. Now I'm looking for these here questions now. Make sure you put hashtag Q in front of your question. Any advice for a woman dating someone who is super famous and well known pretty much all over the world? I'm still celibate and he is respectful so far, but he has a really bad rep with other women. Milani Valentine music. Okay, you do music. Sound like you talking about Future. Now listen, this one thing, I'm just joking now. I don't know who you talking about. Now you do music. Now I'm thinking about a music artist, okay? But listen to me. Anytime you dealing with a man and he got a bad rep and his rep is public, then that is what it is. It's just like a resume. It's like when you go to a job, they want to check your resume. When you try to go to a new college, they want to see your transcripts. When you go apply for a job, they pull up your arrest record. When you go get a car, they want to see your credit. When you go get a house, they want to see your credit. Want to see, if you don't know about a person's situation and they rep, then you take that at face value. But when somebody already got a bad reputation, that's when they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. That's when normally you would drop your guard. At this point, you got to stretch that. You got to double that time. So you got to do something different. And so understand that right there. You got to take your time, because I see so many women see men who they know is a dog and got a reputation of being a dog, and then for some reason feel like they different and that they gonna be the bone that the man wanna fall in love with. And then next thing you know, they become the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth baby mother of this man who then showed you this is who he is. So understand that right now. Grace, God bless you. Tony, your videos and course have blessed me greatly. 2 years ago, I left an extremely toxic situation, and the guy has been trying to get a hold of me to tell me he met a wonderful woman. Thoughts? Well, I tell you this here, Grace. That means he has a soul tie. It means he regrets losing you. It means that, you was his supply. You was his punching bag. You was his test dummy. You was his hold me down. You was his rebound. You was all of those things. And so when a man see you like a fan, he see you like paparazzi. Okay, Lee too. Let me get your question. I've seen your name in here a few times. And then y'all is done. He still want to come back to hurt you. So just act like you never seen him. Keep him blocked. Act like you don't know he exists and keep doing you. Don't give him the satisfaction of him knowing that you know he done met a quote unquote wonderful woman. If the woman was so wonderful, he wouldn't be trying to reach out to you to let you know about her. That woman ain't wonderful. He's looking at her like the lint between his toes. And he trying to just hurt your feelings because he mad that you got away, that you got the strength to walk away from him. Lily, my boyfriend broke up with me. Our baby shower coming up this week. I'm still depressed and he seems to be unbothered. He said I'm overbearing and he wants to hang out with friends. How do I move on? You're going to need a life coach. You're going to need to get on my mentor.life because what it sounds like is you beating yourself up and you don't have positive self-talk, and you don't have positive self-talk because you don't have a reservoir of affirmations and positive things. You haven't read enough books, you haven't watched enough videos, you haven't listened to enough healthy podcasts. You don't have somewhere to pull from. And so therefore you just feeding yourself the negative and all this negative self-talk. And so you got to change your input. So you're gonna have to change who you talking to. You're going to have to change what you're talking about. You're going to have to change what you're watching on TV, or when you got time to watch something or listen to something, you got to change what you're watching and listening to. When you're in the car, instead of listening to R&B and rap music, you need to be listening to gospel, or you need to be listening to podcasts or something that's going to be teaching you something, so you got something to pull from. And so what you have to realize is the mind just feed off of what it has to eat on. When you put positivity and instruction and lessons and wisdom in your mind, it changed the way you feel and the way you see life because of what you're able to feed yourself. So when you change your input, it's going to change your output. So that's what you have to realize when you're in a situation like that. You could get over him, but you can't get over him listening to those sappy love songs and looking at relationship goals posts, and looking into all that stuff. You can't get over him. You get over him by changing who you listening to, what you listening to, and how often you listening to it. Kelly Wu, boyfriend 54, I'm 40, 9 months in. Things are good. My son's 21 and 19. They tell me he's not right for me. He's second guy to meet my son since my husband, their dad, passed over 15 years ago. Any advice as a son? Listen to your sons. 21, 19, they got to read on men. They understand men. Also, this man, 14 years older than you, so they know he too old for you. What they really want to see you with is a man between the ages of probably 40 and 45. And so a man 54, you a pretty young thing to him. He coming back to use you as a supply to get his groove back. You see what I mean? You will come up for a 54-year-old man. And y'all 9 months in. So listen, when people who love you, who have no, and this to everybody out there that's listening to this now, when people who love you, who have no reason to lie to you, give you advice about something you doing in your life that does not have to do with them, listen to them. Listen to them. Especially if you know that they're not hating and crazy. See, your sons ain't hating on you and your love life because they don't need you in the way as like a mommy. They 21 and 19, they grown. They could do for themselves. So they're going to tell you the right thing. So what you have to realize is you got to look at this here situation and you got to listen to them and ask them why you feel that way. What you saying? Why you feel that way? And then when you hear them, now you got to be able to say, listen, I like you and everything cool, but I feel like family got to be on board on this type of stuff. And my son's just not really feeling it. And I'm not 100% why, but I know that they men and they can see things in men that I can't see. And so I have to use wisdom. And if you don't want to throw your sons under the bus, then just put it on you. Just put it on you. But in situations like that, you got to listen. Now, if you are your son's supply, meaning they're living with you, you pay their car note, you pay their insurance, you're funding them financially, and they know if you get a man, that man gonna tell you like, look, these is grown, musty men that's smelling themselves, and they need to have a job and they need to be taking care of themselves, unless they in college. And they gotta be full-time students or athletes or what have you. If they know a man gonna come in your life and cut off what they getting from you, then yes, they could be hating. So you got to analyze it like that. Kaylee G, God bless you. He loves God and we're amazing when he's sober. He started smoking weed again and is irritable and not there for me. Says he's not in the mood to comfort me. I'm not one to be upset. A lot of advice. Upset about advice. Um, I'll tell you this right here. Anytime a man have an addiction, go on about your business. Christine Williams, God bless you. Anytime a man have an addiction, go on about your business. Go on about your business. Because one thing you cannot compete with is an addiction. If a man got an addiction, you cannot compete with that. Okay? Because you're not a therapist. You're not no doctor. You're not no, whatever it is that he need. You're not rehab. You're not AA. You're not NA. That's Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. You're not any of those things. So when you up against a man and his addiction, that's a losing battle. So you wasting your time. Go on about your business. You need a man that's in his sober and right mind. And if what substance he is using changes the way he treats you, then you got to get out right now. Because what you have to realize is that, especially something like that right there, what he's smoking on, that leaf he's smoking on, that's a gateway. Okay, you know why? Because I used to sell it. I was in the streets hustling 21 out of the 24 hours a day. I always had a quarter pound of it on me. You hear me? And one thing I noticed about my clients, I never seen anybody stay the same. People try to say it's recreational and all of that, and this it's legal and it's healthy and all of that. If it was healthy, I'd be smoking. You know what I mean? It ain't healthy. I used to sell it. I already know. It run your life in the ground eventually. It might take 10 years to get you, but it's going to get you. It's going to get you. It's going to open you up. It's a gateway. And so listen to me. Any drug that is a drug, it ain't healthy. Okay? Any drug, that's why it's called a drug, because it's not healthy. All right? So understand. I got people that's doing life sentences because of that because of using it. And it started with just one blunt on a Saturday. Next thing you know, 5-10 years later, now it's all kind of extra stuff going on in their life. And that lead them to doing something crazy. And now they doing life. So listen to me. Don't deal with a man and his look. You could get him a card, a bidding card. Here you go. This is somebody I think you need to talk to, and I think they really gonna help you. Here you go. You give them that business card, and you go on about your business. And then if they get sober and they come back and they got a T-shirt that say 978 days sober, and they got a sponsor you can talk to, and that sponsor say, yeah, 978 days sober. It's been amazing. And they done changed their life. They got a Bible. They going to Bible study. They praying. They preaching. They ministering. And they look like Jesus just done blew on them. Then you can entertain a situation where somebody done beat their addiction. But when they in the midst of that right there, got to turn you over to the Lord. Here go hold a Bible. Here go a business card for this here therapist. And God bless you. Gigi, God bless you. I'm like a family to the mechanic that passed away. Helped mom and grandma a lot. One brother is grateful, but the other is cocky. He acts as I stink. Gigi, yeah, not really 100% sure what that question was right there, Gigi. Yeah. It probably was something left off of there, Gigi. And so, God bless you. I would say go on about your business. Y'all understand, when your question confused me, the answer is go on about your business. Go on about your business. Just cut them off. Go on about your business. And anybody got you here in this Q&A, 9 out of 10 times, anybody that got you asking a question need to be cut off. Why would a man say I love you, but I can't be married to you? We are going through divorce, but he still wants to be together. Cheryl, go on about your business. Go on about your business, Cheryl. Okay, go on about your business. He do not want to be together. All right, he don't want to be together. And what you have to understand is, I love this phone case. I love this phone case. Okay. I love this microphone. Okay. I love these headphones. Okay. If these headphones get lost, I'm gonna be hurt and upset. All right. I love this here computer. See the computer? I love this here computer. Okay, I'm still mad with the man that stole my other computer. I was at an office and was late on my rent. The man stole my computer. Talking about that's in the rental agreement. I still have to talk to the Lord not to go snuff him off the face of the earth. Nah, I'm still mad about my computer because it's one of these desktop Macs. You see what I'm saying? I want you to understand that love has levels to it. A man can love you and not want to be with you. See, love ain't all inclusive. When you read the definition of love, one of the definitions of love is a strong liking for, a strong affection for. You love your pair of shoes in the closet. See, and that's what you got to realize is a lot of men love the woman in their life like their phone case. The same sadness and mourning he'll do over his phone case is the same sadness and mourning he'll do over you. And then some men love you like the breath in their body. That's how I love my wife, like the breath in my body. And the way I take the breath out of somebody else's body if they do something to her. You see what I'm saying? It's different levels to love. So you can't just look at the word love and just because a man say I love you, what you then have to look at is his actions. What does his actions say to you? You see what I mean? So his actions is what he really feel. His words, that's just words. Marisa, God bless you now. What do you think of a man paying half the rent at a house of his baby mama and still paying all the bills at his home with another woman? Well, to me, that's a man who is trying to accept responsibility for what he laid down to bring into this world. So technically, that is a good man. Now, he may have a soul tie with her, but he's not in love with her. He doesn't love her on that level, or he would be with her. Because if she dealing with him and she allowing him to pay half the rent, that means she got a little place in her heart for him. Because if she was totally through and done with him, she'll tell him, keep your money. I don't need your money. I got me and mine. Go on about your business. Sorry, no good. You see what I mean? But she accepting his money. That mean that, okay, we cool, we cordial. She might not want to be with him, but they cool, they cordial. He trying to man up and take care of what he has brought into this world. So what you have to realize with that is sometimes as a woman, you got to put yourself in that woman's shoes. And you got to realize that you chose to be with a man who got a whole nother family, who got a woman and a child, or who got a child from another woman. So when you do that, that's a blended family. That's co-parenting. That's a lot that goes with that. So if he get you pregnant and he leaves you and he go get in another relationship, would you want him and expect him to pay half of your rent because that roof is over the head of his child? Would you want him to do that? And see, the thing about what women do, and I've noticed that, is that a lot of women is nasty. I have noticed this, and I told you I was watching that documentary about the man who took the life of his wife and his two daughters. And he tried to say she took the daughter's life, and then he took her because of what she did to the daughter. He told that lie. So when that little piece of video came out, it was so many women on Facebook talking about that woman deserved it. That woman a narcissist. That woman all this. And one thing I noticed about women is that women could be so nasty. Now, men the same way too now, but it happened more with women because it's when it deal with men leaving women with a child. With women, y'all just think about y'all. Oh, you ain't got to do nothing for her. She could pay her own rent. She do not need no help. I don't care if she have 5 of your kids. She could pay her own rent. But then if it was you that had a man child and then he left you, you'll be like, he needs to help me out. I didn't lie down and get myself pregnant. He climbed up on top of me and he got me pregnant, so he owes me half. He needs to be helping with this child. But then when the next woman, you like, oh, forget her. She can do it on her own. You see what I'm saying? So you have to think about this. And you got to look at it like, okay, this who I decided to get with. So if you're going to have a problem with a man paying some of the bills of where his child lives, then you need to be with a man who does not have children. Because when you make a decision, it's stuff that come with that. It's stuff that come with that. Is there any hope for a man and woman who slept together on the first date? It's hope. Yeah, it's hope. It's slim. It's a slim amount of hope now. It ain't. You know, the fattest calf worth of hope. You see what I mean? It ain't the rural is your oyster worth of hope, but it's a little hope in there because both of y'all could have been lost and now you could be found. Both of y'all could have been blind, now you could see. Amazing grace. You see what I mean? So if y'all grew together from that space, then yes, some can work. But if you grew and he didn't grow, then and you got to recognize and realize that, then there's no hope. Life's Aquarium, God bless you. Now, what about men in their 50s who spend more time with their mom than you? Well, what you have to realize is that if a man in his 50s, his mom on the way out. You see what I'm telling y'all? This, ladies, listen, y'all got to stop being so selfish and combative. Y'all just be thinking, what? Your mom's 80? So what? Does she have a button on her neck that she can press if she slips and falls and breaks her hip? Okay, she has that button. You need to be over here with me. I do not care if she has one leg. She raised you from 0 to 18. You're 50. Okay, all right. She slipped and fell. She got back up, didn't she? She's walking right now, didn't she? Didn't you just buy a new walker? So what does she need you for? Why are you always with your mom? Oh my goodness. Is she getting ready to die today? All right. Okay. You don't know if she has 2 or 3 weeks left? Okay, well, wait 13 days and then go spend a day with her. If she has 2 to 3 weeks left, you see, that's how y'all be. And you have to really think about when you dealing with a man. It's other women in his life. He got a mama. He 50 years old. His mama getting ready to go talk to the Lord. So he over there with his mama. And what you could do is ask him, can you come over there too? If you love him so much and you want to spend so much time with him, say, hey, can I go over and visit your mom with you? Because I would like to help clean up. And I would, she's up in age. I would like to help clean up. I would like to help prepare dinner. And then if he like, no, you can't come over here. No, you can't come over here with me and my mama. It's just me and my mama time. It's just me and my mama. It's just me building with her, bonding with her. Then that's a red flag. That's a red flag because that means he ain't at mama house. He at Lucy Lou house up the street round the corner. Or it mean that he don't think you wife material and he don't want you disturbing his mama's spirit at this age of her life, because you might send her to an early grade because he don't like your spirit. You see what I'm saying? So now that's a red flag. Latico, God bless you. Now, dating a celebrity that is limited on time, or so it seems. Any advice on how to deal with the situation? Hear from him ever so often. I assume it's because of his schedule. Nope. It's because of the amount of women he got in his life. Listen. The more money you make, the more time you got. Because what money does is buy you time. Money buy you time. See, it's people who, living paycheck to paycheck that work 40 hours a week. When you make money, you don't have to work 40 hours a week. You see what I mean? So these celebrities, I'm a celebrity life coach. I coach Grammy Award winning artists. I coach star athletes, I coach celebrities, and they have time. They got practice or they got a session that's 2 hours to 4 hours. The other the other 20 to 22 hours of the day is free. It's free when you're a celebrity. Now you might be saying celebrity because they got followers, but they might be broke. Because the people with followers that's broke now. So just because somebody famous don't mean they got money. Now if they broke and they ain't got no time and they grinding, even then still they gonna have time for you if they feel like you the one. So I always say this: Barack got time for Michelle. If Barack got time for Michelle, ain't no other man got no excuse. Because ain't nobody more busy than President of the United States, Barack Obama. Okay? Hey, Tony, what is your opinion of people who replace the word prayer with manifest and universe with God? It's just semantics. You know what I mean? You can't be so holy that you get caught up in that kind of stuff, because God is the universe. And prayer, you praying for something, but when it comes to fruition, that is the manifestation of what you prayed for. But so a lot of time we take a limited interpretation of a word and we become self-righteous about our interpretation of a word. And then we want to attack others who interpret it differently, when that person who's saying universe and manifest could be walking closer to God than we walking with God. And so when I used to take offense to that when somebody deleted my word God when I was writing a blog for a site and they changed the universe. But then when I thought about it, I said, God is the universe. He all around. And if somebody in a different language, they don't even call him God. So how can I limit God to just a word, to just a name, when God is indescribable, to be honest with you? So God is the universe. And when people saying manifest, and all that, I don't get too caught up in it. Like, okay, people telling me they manifest, and I say, you got to work. You got to work. All right. Faith without works is dead. Prayer without work is dead. So you're not manifesting nothing if you're not working. All right. I know it sounds cute. You heard it on Instagram, but you ain't manifesting. You working. And then you get the result of your work. But ain't nothing finna appear that you ain't working for. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that right there. Hey, now y'all hit me with too many questions. Now y'all hit me with too many questions. Now I'm missing questions. I'm missing some of these questions. Rhonda, God bless you. Am I being delusional? I feel my future husband near. When the feeling comes, I just start thanking and praising God. And lately, I've just been in the Word, reading, studying, praying, you name it. Am I being delusional? Hey, God bless you now. All right now. Hey, I really don't want to speak to that. I don't want to call you delusional, because sometimes when you of faith and you believe in God, to a carnal mind, you might look and sound delusional. People might think I'm delusional, because I believe in God. So I really don't want to say you delusional, but what I'm saying is, now, don't let your prayer with God. See, God ought to give you confidence and peace, not, be flustered and angst and jittering and chills and tears and all. You'll feel some of that in the spirit in a moment, but don't I wouldn't get too wrapped up in that feeling for no man, because all right, a man is half a prize and half some pain. So, all right, because who God send you, he still gonna need work, because God did not make a perfect man. He's still gonna get on your nerves. So while you praying and you catching the Holy Ghost, and then that man coming, you, oh Lord, this man get on my nerve. So listen, get excited about your purpose. Get excited about the book you're gonna write, the company you're gonna start. You're gonna start the ladder you finna climb on your job. Get excited about the weight you finna lose or the weight you finna gain. The house you wanna buy. Get excited about you and yours and bettering you. And don't get caught up, wrapped up, praying and crying about no husband. Okay? Because whenever you do that, the devil hear you too. And so what happens with that is, Brittany S., God bless you now. What happens with that is, when you waiting on destiny, the devil will send you a distraction. So a man will pop up who look like everything you were praying for, and he'll absolutely be a devil wrapped in angel clothes. Blessing Tony. God bless you on the compilation. There's a grown boy next door who always annoys my family and the neighborhood by blasting music overnight and in the early morning. I tried calling the cops and talking to him in person. I don't know what else we should do. Um, now you see mostly we just do love relationships. Now they get ready to defund the police, so they got community resources for y'all now to call. Now I really don't deal in all that. Now I can't speak on that right there, D. Like, oh my goodness, now, y'all, I appreciate the respect. Now y'all think I'm the community police officer? Now I don't deal with all kind of coaching. Now I deal life, love, and business. All right, but the community, the network, the neighborhood watch. Now I really can't get all that into that now. D, come on now. God bless you now. Call the defunded police line and they'll have a social worker come out there and talk to them. For you, Coach Felicia, God bless you. Not all of your videos are deserving. However, the excellence video on this morning was on time. God bless you. Hey, that was the video for you. You know, I see everybody's got a different favorite video. People say, oh, all the videos good. This my best. I always understand that the video that's for you, they all equal. It's just the one that's for you is the one that's for you. You know, tomorrow, God bless. So realize that and just, and that's why I always say get what's for you. And when you find the one that it speak to you, hey, keep listening to it. Keep listening to it, because see, what you have to realize with videos is when you hear one sentence, your mind may blank out and go to thinking about something that sentence triggered, and then you miss the next three sentences. But when you listen to it 3 to 5 times, now because you already thought about that one sentence, you don't need to go nowhere in your mind on that one. So you hear the next sentence, you're like, oh wow, I missed that last time. And I see people make those comments too. Life's Aquarium, hey, please, you do your session. Marla, God bless you. Went on a first date yesterday after meeting online a month ago. We FaceTime 1 hour every day since meeting. Today, no call, just text. Is he really interested? It sounds like it, but only time will tell. If a man will call you every day, then it's a good chance he interested. Y'all hold on. I feel like I missed a question or two. If wants a polyamory relationship with you, run. To live message, run. If he don't even know how to spell it, what relationship he won't, run. I'm looking for one message I missed. I'm trying to see. It looked like I caught the. What about men in their 50s? Okay, I seen that. All right. Are there any high value men in their 50s that can appreciate a beautiful woman in their age bracket as opposed to much younger? I'm 51. I would imagine that there are, but since I really don't meet too many of them, I'll be honest with you, I don't meet too many of them, don't hear about too many of them, don't know too many of them. And it is a sad thing, but you know, you attract what you become. So if he's out there, if he's in your city, if he's in your area, as you elevate and become the option, become the best that you can be, and when he sees you, he'll know you're the one. But is it a plethora of them? I ain't heard of it, ain't seen. I ain't gonna lie to you. One time a guy told me, one of my interns was at a seminar with me. He said, you said 99% of men cheat. I thought your business model was to give women hope in relationships. I say, that ain't my business model. I'm not here to give nobody hope. I'm here to give them the reality, the truth about it. So if 99% of men cheat, that means she got to be a 1% woman. And when she become a 1% woman, she going to attract a 1% man. But 1% of 7 billion is 70 million or something of that, somewhere in there. So that means there's plenty of men that'll be faithful. And so we just got to understand. So I can't lie to you now. Okay, I don't tell y'all no lie. I tell you the truth. But listen, I feel like that cream rise to the top. Creme de la creme. Cream gonna rise to the top now. So when you grow and you become the best you can be, you ain't got to worry about nothing else because you gonna attract what you deserve. Eventually, it might not happen overnight, it might not happen right away, but you just keep working on you. Debbie, God bless you. Now, dating a guy 6 months. I'm celibate. He is pressuring me. I dumped him after an argument on how to get him back without seeming desperate. He's too petty, gaslighting, and unforgiving. All right, y'all. I'm finna go on retire. Let me get my man back. I'm finna go on retire. Yeah. Come on now, y'all. With these questions, y'all. Come on now, Debbie. Now, listen now, Debbie. Okay, Debbie, listen to me. All right. Debbie, you celibate. Okay. He pressuring you. You had to dump him because y'all got in an argument about that. Now you want him back, but he is petty and he gaslighting. That's one of y'all buzzwords, gaslighting and unforgiving. And you want him back. Why? You want him back for what? To torture him? For him to torture you? Like, what do you want him back for, Debbie? Debbie, go on about your business. Now, Debbie, move on with your life. Debbie, why you trying to settle for a man you got to force to see life the way you see it? You got to force yourself on him. Debbie, go on about your business, Debbie. Come on now, Debbie. It's time to go. We got to go. See, you see what I mean? Ladies, come on now. Y'all got to stop begging for a man. Yeah, Tony. So this man, he was saying that he liked to drink pee. And he liked his women to drink their own pee, their urine, because it helped their skin. But I'm allergic to the toxins in it. So I'm just wondering, should I be with him or not if I have to drink pee every day? When y'all ask me these questions, that's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. Like if I say this my standard and somebody in my life say this is they standard way down here, they off the screen, I'm not finna be trying to beg them and be chasing them and be wondering about them. No, the same way you met that man, you could meet another man. Tomorrow, you could meet another man. So you got to move on with your life. Because as long as you trying to coerce this man to being with you, you missing the man that's for you. You see what I mean? So you got to love yourself enough to go on ahead about your business. Latoya, God bless you. Do you think you need to run Facebook and IG ads to be successful as a coach? No, because ads really don't help, to be honest with you. Unless you selling clothes or selling material items, ads really don't help a lot unless you're doing get rich quick stuff. So when you see ads out here, really, you see people that's trying to sell a lifestyle. They showing you they cars, they showing you they clothes, they showing you they life, and then they trying to sell you. But as a life coach, you know, you just got to show your value. Like the man quote that says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So the way you grow as a coach is by being consistent. When I was building my brand, Twitter was the hot thing back then. And so with Twitter, I tweeted 17 quotes a day. Every hour on the hour, from the time I started like 7:30 in the morning until like 10:30 p.m. Every hour on the hour, I posted a quote. When I got on Facebook, I post 2 picture quotes a day. And then eventually I did 4 picture quotes a day. And then when I got on Instagram, I post 2 to 4 picture quotes a day. Every single day, 7 days a week. And that's how I built my brand, consistency. When people see that you know what you know, and that you believe what you know, and that you're going to be consistent about what you know, When you consistent, the network that you own, they're gonna see that you consistent, and the network is set up to pick up those people who are going to be consistent because they need you to help them stay in business. So everybody who gonna be consistent, the network gonna pick you up. So what I see with most coaches is y'all post every other day, or y'all post every 3 or 4 days, or y'all post once a day. That's what you do once you done arrive, once you done made it, once you got built-in clientele, you got a built-in audience. And even then when you don't post, like right now, my Instagram, I don't post. I post maybe once every few days. I got to get back to posting every day, but honestly, I ain't got nothing to say. Cause I used to just post whatever. Now I'm in a space where I kind of post what I'm feeling. I used to just post whatever, but my Instagram count going down because I don't post. So the algorithm favor you when you post. And the more you post, the more you grow. So understand that right there. I broke off an engagement and we are back together after a year of being apart. I have owned up to my mistakes. I love him dearly. He says he has forgiven me and loves me. Is there hope for us? Well, sis, you in the situation now, so it's kind of a little too late to ask if it's hope, because y'all back together now. So, it's anything is possible. Understand that. Now, I'm now unless you tell me this man going upside your head, you finding numbers, you finding draws, he got lipstick on the collar, he smell like perfume. Unless you telling me something like that, sis, it's hope. It's always hope. But just because it's hope don't mean that's what you need. So that's what you got to really get to the bottom of in a coaching session is this what I need? Is this the person for me? Why did I have to call off that engagement? And why were we separated for a whole year? That's what a red flags is. So that's what you really got to get to the bottom of. Coach Amelia, God bless you now. How can a woman show interest without chasing and hunting when there are more women than men? Also, I'm Asian. Most Asian guys aren't as aggressive as the typical American guy. Well, sis, I really don't know about Asian men. I don't know too many Asian men myself personally. But I will tell you this. If he could see you, that's all. If he could see you. And so if it's online, then that means you like a picture. That means you add him to your story. He posts a quote in his story, you add it to your story. That means he got a service that he offer. Ask him about his service offerings. As long as he see you, once he see you, your work is done. The mistake that women make is telling the man, hey, I would like to get to know you. Or, hey, I think you are handsome and I want to know if you're single. Or, hey, are you single? That's the mistake women make. You never have to do that. You never have to do that. All he need to do is see you. So if he in person, just not online, just walk in front of him. Just walk past him. You need to get something that's over there by where he at. Just walk past him. And once a man see you, that's all need to be done. That's all need to be done. Because if he wants you and he's available, he gonna come to you. And listen, ain't no such thing as a shy man when it comes to women or the woman that he want. That's one thing that'll give a man the courage, all the courage in the world he need, is approaching a woman. Any and every man could do that. Men who mute, men who deaf, men who blind, men who special needs. It's one thing across the board, but all men know how to approach the woman that they want. You got to understand that. Because I don't work with men special needs and they got a girlfriend. It's men who blind, got a girlfriend. It's men who deaf, got a girlfriend. It's men who missing limbs, got a girlfriend. It's men who got different, hereditary things they were born with, they got a girlfriend. So understand that right there. It don't matter if he Asian, Blasian, Cajun, Caucasian, hot wing sauce, whatever he is. Black of the berry, sweet of the juice, whatever he is, if he like you, he gonna see you. Roxy, God bless you. Marissa, you already asked the question. You talking about your question being skipped because your name's so unique. I already answered your question. I already seen your name. So now y'all see all these people on here and you ask a question. Don't ask a second question when you see I ain't answered other people's first question. All right. That's another thing. It's all women on here now. Y'all see how y'all be doing? This way y'all got to be better at sisterhood. So you ought to be like, you know what? He already answered one of my questions. So let him answer Stephanie's question. Because she probably going through right now. But y'all women, I don't care who. I'm finna ask 10 questions. I'm finna get 10 questions in. I ain't finna wait for no coach to say, I'm finna ask me another question because he don't hit another. I'm finna get another one. And it's like, listen, let me answer somebody else's question. Y'all got to have, women got to come together as a sisterhood. Love and respect one another and want to see the best for one another. Y'all got to be cheering for each other. Y'all be competing with each other, tearing each other down. That's what make it so easy for men to get over on women. Let me just preach to y'all for a minute. I ain't answering no more questions. Let me cut the question off. Questions off. Let me answer the question. Listen, y'all got to help each other, love each other, because this is where your heart got to be at. And when your heart get in the right place, that's when you get what you receive. That's the same way black people get taken advantage of in America because we hate on each other and we tear each other down. We tear each other down instead of sticking together so the adversary could just come in and just play on us and take us over. Same way men do with women. Men could go and play on this woman and he know he could play on her because he knows she's desperate because it's another woman that is desperate too. So he could play on this woman. He could cheat on you and he knows that you're not going nowhere because he know that if you try to act tough, it's another woman that's waiting in the wings, ready to drink his dirty bath water. And because you don't want to see another woman with him, you forgive him for cheating and you going to put up with him. And then the other woman over here, so ready to have this cheating, no good, sorry dog that done dog this other woman out. And she like, oh, I don't care what he did to her. As long as he don't do it to me, I'm a better woman than her anyway. So he going to treat me better. Come on, be with me. And then get with the man and he do the same thing to you. Because he's still the same man. He never grew, he never changed. But if women start to see a sorry, no good man and say, oh, if you trying to cheat on her, don't even look my way, playboy. Like, don't come hollering about you separated. Where your divorce paper at? Don't come hollering about she not the one, but you got to stay with her because of her financial situation. Man, get out my face with that nonsense. What I look like I was born yesterday? Okay, yeah, maybe I was, but I stayed up all night. Get out my face. That's what women got to do. But y'all women, y'all be, well, well, Tony, he told me that they're not together, but he needs to stay with her because of her financial situation and she needs help with the bills. So, he's just a great man. He calls me all the time. He texts me all the time. It's like they really can't be together because he talks to me so much. So I'm just being understanding of him living with her and just being there. And I know he's going to change his life. I know he's going to eventually be with me. And it's like, listen, get out of here with that. That man don't want you. That man in there wearing that woman out. That's why they still live together. She got her ankle behind her earlobes. And then after he get her from her ankle behind her earlobes, then he come have your ankle behind your earlobe because you believe they separated and they done and he through with her and he gonna be with you. So now you done been dating a man who done been separated for 5 years and still ain't got no divorce. Talking about the courts keep pushing his date back. What? The court don't even know his name. Judge ain't never heard of him. Judge don't even know he exists. Paperwork ain't never been sniffed. They ain't seen no attorney. He can't even spell attorney. But he got you over here waiting. We separated. We gonna be together. Just hang in there. I love you. I love you. I can't stand her. But it's like she just got my back against the wall. And I just can't do nothing. Listen. When women start waking up and y'all start sticking together and y'all start competing against each other. And y'all say, look, I want her to win. I want her to be blessed. I want her to have what's for her. And let me get what's for mine. Then that right there, men ain't going to be able to play the game as much because now y'all banding together. But see, this right here, this message right here, you ain't going to see this viral on Instagram or YouTube. You ain't going to see this on a commercial. You ain't going to see this go nowhere because That's what the system want, to keep everybody divided, to keep the races fighting against each other, keep the genders fighting against each other. Because as long as you divided, you weak and you could be preyed on. And see, that's what you got to realize and understand. So, all right, now I got that. I had to get that out of the way. Cause boy, y'all be kidding me. I be like, wow, y'all women don't like each other. Y'all have a best friend and be talking about your best friend. Well, if you knew how she take care of herself, and you know what I mean by take care of herself. Woo, when I say smelly fish, oh, that's my friend and I love her. But woo, when I say that fish sour, I just don't know what to tell her. And you talking to her boyfriend. Her boyfriend like, wow, okay. So that's how you feel about your best friend? And that's why it's so many men that sleep with best friends. Moderators, y'all could take off tonight. Y'all don't have to work the chat no more. I'll be selectively picking questions. I got 15 more minutes on here. I told my wife I was doing 2 hours tonight because I miss Q&A last Sunday. And I think the Sunday before that probably too. And so it's so many men out here now sleeping with best friends. It's men out here sleeping with siblings. It's men out here sleeping with mother and daughter because of the hate and vitriol that y'all women have for each other. And so each one teach one. So what that mean is you got to make sure as a woman that you move the needle by not hating on the next woman, by not being jealous of the next woman. That you got to make sure that you not the one that's a hater and a backbiter, jealous, and all of that right there. And when you become that woman, guess what? Now you gonna change your lineage. Your daughter's gonna be different. Your friends gonna start to see how you never talk about another woman behind her back. Your friends gonna see that you don't gossip and you don't backbite. And they're gonna be like, I admire that quality. Let me do that. And then she gonna do that. Then the next woman gonna do that. And the next woman gonna do that. And then you strengthen. And see, this how as men, when I was a grown boy, this how we could come in and play. When I was out there, I was able to sleep with best friends because they kikiing each other's face, but really deep down jealous of each other. And that right there is sad. Y'all got to do better. Got to do better. Listen to me. Got to do better. And when you do that, things start to change. Finesse, God bless you now. Hey, I'm going to grab a few more of these here. Question, let me see. I see some blue in there. My coach, Teresa Santos, God bless you now. Will you make a follow-up video in regards to the other woman? Now, Stephanie, wasn't that video an hour long? You ain't get what you need in that hour? Let me see what they say. What if he marries her and still proclaims he wants to sleep with you? Claims he made a mistake and is stuck. So what, you know the saying they say? You made your bed, now lay in it. You made your bed, now lay in it. Listen, go on, run. And see, this the thing, Stephanie, right now. Stephanie, listen here, I'm gonna pray over you right now, Lord bless you. Stephanie, right, you asking that question because you considering it. You like, should I sleep with him because he made a mistake? That is so sweet. He made a mistake. He realized he made a mistake. You know, he did make a mistake. So I'm wondering if I ought to give him another chance, because one of the greatest things is when a man realizes his mistakes. Because that is rare that a man realizes his mistake. Stephanie, you thinking about it. Stephanie, stop thinking about it. Go on about your business. Go on about it. Do y'all got kids together? Okay, if you got kids together, he got to write a letter. He need to talk to your sister, your best friend. He need to talk to somebody else that could tell you what he want. And stop talking to him. If a man cheated on you with another woman, he should never be able to reach you again. He should never be able to reach you again unless y'all got kids. And the only thing that he should be able to reach you by is about them kids. Anytime that conversation get outside of them kids, got to go. Gotta go. Just like that right there. Shayna, God bless you. Dead end, God bless you now. So hit me on that right there. Y'all come on now. Y'all got to listen to your common sense. Stop talking yourself out of your common sense. Don't talk yourself out your common sense, because you already know. You already know why you want a man back that gave you his butt to kiss and went and got with another woman, and then talking about he want to sleep with you. That's a fool. He's a grown boy. He want to have his cake and eat it too. Now he just want both of y'all. He ain't make no mistake. He like being with her. That's why he with her. Because just like he left you, he could leave her. But he's still dealing with her because he think you dumb enough to deal with him. And you really on the fence to bite the apple. You see what I'm saying? Because you got a soul tie with him. So you got to get your coaching, get on mymentor.life, find you a coach. You can look through all 500 coaches, pick the one that you like, work with your coach, and get that sense in, get your plan of action, and stick to it. Your thoughts on work wife / husband, emotional turn physical cheating. I don't know what you mean by my thoughts on it, but the point of that, what I say is you shouldn't have a work wife or a work husband, because that's gonna happen every time. That emotion gonna turn physical. Should a woman get custody before moving out of state, even if FOB is not an active parent? Now, FOB, maybe that's father of the baby, do not want to estrange child from him completely. I simply need to move on, and God is leading me to move. Sis, you're gonna have to talk to God on that one now. That's a big decision, so I can't really speak on that. That's a personal decision right there. Anything that got to do with marriage, children, that's a personal decision. So for that one right there, you got to sign up for coaching. Pick your coach and talk all the way through that. That's a lot of layers in there. You just can't throw no random advice out to a situation like that on YouTube. Boyfriend is an entrepreneur, flies a lot, let another woman post them together with a heart to make her ex jealous. Said it was a setup and showed proof of messages between them. No daily calls. Let him go. No daily calls. If he not calling you daily, if that's what you talking about, then yeah, let him go. But that ain't your man anyway, cause boyfriend, that ain't your man. Cause if that's your man, then a woman know that he taken, and a woman not gonna ask a taken man to do something like that because she's a woman, and she know what the next woman gonna feel like. But then again, a lot of women be selfish and don't care about the next woman, so they will ask a question like that. But if she asks that question, it is because she feel like she can ask that question. See, ain't no woman finna ask me, can she post a picture with me to make her ex jealous, to act like we together. So ain't no woman finna do that, because she already knows she gonna get cussed out without cuss words. And so she asked that question because your quote unquote boyfriend gave her the room and the comfortability to ask that question. So your man is sorry, and that's not your boyfriend. So yes, and he don't call you daily. If a man don't call you daily, that's not your boyfriend, and you need to move on. Absolutely, sis, 100% move on. What does it mean when a guy says, I'm enjoying my space, I'm not fully ignoring you? It means the latter. It means he fully ignoring you. And that means he's enjoying his space without you in it. And that means that you need to move on with your life and stop worrying about him, stop waiting on him, don't chase him, move on with your life. Give him his space for the rest of his life. All right, you want your space? Here you go, out of space. You could go to outer space, then move on with your life. Catalina, God bless you. Now, hey, Tony, more and more men are choosing not to marry. They are getting everything they want without having to marry. How do us women stay optimistic in this walk culture? Well, see, the thing about it is, you ain't got to worry about what more and more men doing, and you ain't got to worry about what other men doing and what all men doing. All you have to worry about is what the man with you doing. And if the man with you ain't getting everything without marriage, then he gonna have to marry you. Now, if you become like the other women that you mentioned in this walk society, then he gonna do the same thing that you see other men doing. But if you say, no, my standard is no, I don't I'm not ready to sleep with you. I'm not sleeping with you. Oh, why not? We not together. Oh, okay, now we together. Now we sleep together. No, we don't have a real commitment. Oh, what's real commitment? We not engaged. Okay, now we engaged. We sleep together. No, because engagement don't really mean nothing. We not married. You see what I mean? When a man realizes where your standard is, he gonna have to marry you, or he gonna have to move on with his life. But if you give in out of fear that another woman is gonna give him what he wants, then that means that's not your man anyways. Should I reach out to a guy I felt like was my husband? I TG him because he kept communicating with his ex. He's smart. I think he will do the right thing. No, you should not reach out. You'll never reach out to no man. Never reach out to a man. If a man wants you, it don't matter if you feel like he's your husband if he don't feel like you're his wife. And if a man feel like that you're his wife, a man won't let you get away if he feels you're his wife. So that's what you got to realize and understand on that right there. He won't let you get away. How could he abandon 9-month-old daughter and he's 41 and I'm 27 and left out, but comes here 4 times a week? We're living in his apartment. I'm moving and will have support. Now, never helped me. I'm not sure, sis. And that's a grown boy. He's 41 years old. So 41 years old dealing with a 27-year-old, that's nasty. All right. You didn't see that as nasty because you saw him as a father figure that you could sleep with. So what you have to understand is that's why I talk about dating inside of your age range. You need to be within 5-10 years max. 40, 41, 27, he old enough to be your daddy. So you let him raise you, you let him train you, you let him talk to you any kind of way, you let him do you any kind of way. And when that right there happens, he don't respect you. He see you like a child. He see you like a baby because he know how old and stank and musty he is. And he know he done been here now about twice as long as you done been here. So he knows he can get over on you. So understand that and be in a position to where now you realize, okay, hey, this was a lesson. This was an expensive lesson. This was an expensive lesson. So I need to just take the lesson, be thankful, and I'm moving on with my life. Be thankful for the blessing that I got in the form of my child and realize that I don't know what this child will and can become, but I'm going to do my job and work hard and do everything for my child and move on. Moderators, y'all could take off now. Y'all ain't got to keep working. Y'all don't work. I'm about to be off of here in a few minutes. Is 23 month too old? 23 too old for 23 male. Okay. Too old for a 19-year-old female to talk to. No, y'all in the age range. So far, only park dates about 3. He is really nice and has not made any advances yet. Thank you. That's a good thing he ain't made no advances. And no, he's not too old. He right about that limit. Okay, you really want to be within 5 years older. Within 5 years older as a woman, you really don't want to deal with men younger unless he just a stellar, amazing man. But if he an average man, you don't deal with a man that's younger. He got to be amazing. He got to be above average. He got to be exceptional. But then older, you kind of really want to be within 5 years. And then sometimes that's not always realistic. So 6 to 10 at the max. But the older he is, the worse it get. But right there, y'all probably right at the same maturity level because women mature faster than men. Am I wrong for not giving my daughter father's last name? Now ex lied about legally married. He separated from DV. What the Bible say? Where to read? Yeah, the Bible really don't talk to you about a last name if you were living in sin. Now, if y'all were fornicating, the Bible really don't have no advice about what to do with a man you were fornicating with. And no, you're not wrong for not giving your daughter her father's last name because he's your ex and he's a liar. So that name has power. It's power in names. So if you got a deadbeat baby daddy and they got the daddy last name, you need to be to the courthouse to change the name. And if I got to forge their signature on them, I'm gonna change that name. I'm not gonna have no deadbeat last name. It power in a name. You hear me? So no, you ain't wrong for that. And now you can read the Bible. It's gonna tell you not to fornicate. So that's gonna help you for your future going forward now. And you're gonna get a lot of other wisdom, but it ain't gonna say nothing about the last name with a man you fornicating with now. Last question now. Hey, this is the last question. I got to go. Married a military man for 10 years. He left me and our young kids for the second time. He surprised me for my birthday. I was unmoved. What is he thinking? He thinking you a fool because he done left you for the second time. This second time he done left you, so he thinking you a fool. So now you need to surprise him and show him that you're not a fool and that you're strong and that you got a backbone and that you can move on with your life. Hey, y'all, this is the longest Q&A I think we done did. 2 hours long. Hey, God bless you. Made it on here about 2 hours. And we, now here's Gigi. I said no more questions. Gigi said, I'm finna get this. I'm finna run this question right. I'm finna run this question off now, Tony. Maybe we got a lag on here. Could you elaborate on heavenly minded? Heavenly minded, when you know the saying that says don't be so heavenly minded that you know earthly good. That's what that means when it be like Christians looking down on people. And that's when the young lady asked earlier about, Tony, what do you feel when people say manifest instead of prayer, or people say universe instead of God? That's why I say that's the territory of where you start to be too heavenly minded, to where when you start to argue semantics instead of the works, instead of the heart position of a person. And so when you get so heavenly minded and you want to argue about scripture, you want to argue about somebody walk with God and all of that, as if, you know, you better than, and you don't sin, and you don't make any mistakes. That's what heavenly minded mean. Here go Talia. She paying to tell me, I think you missed my question. Talia, where you put, I think you missed my question, you could have wrote your question right there. Now see, now y'all have to understand now. Y'all see, it's hard for a man to be with one woman and to put up with the one woman God gave him. It'd be hard for a lot of men. Now, do y'all understand what I be having to deal with when I'm dealing with 1,500 women at one time? Natalia wrote me to tell me I missed her question where she could have write a question. Come on, Natalia. So Talia, just type your question in the chat. You know, type your question in the chat right there. And then Talia say, you missed my question. Talia, you don't see the 3,000 questions in the chat? You don't see the 2,999 people that I missed question in the chat? But Talia say, listen, Tony, you missed my question. I ain't worried about the rest of these women. You missed my question, okay? So if you go be on here doing this live, you better answer my question. And then V come in here, well, he missed Talia's questions because she ain't asked her question again. So I'm finna get my question off. So V come and drop her question in there. And then here go Mika. Hey, God bless y'all now, but y'all is a handful. But you know what though? I've been just really loving my wife, and just, you know, we had us a good weekend, and I hear her out there in the kitchen. So she waiting up on me because I told her I'll be on here an hour and 120 minutes. It's 123 minutes, so I got to go. Hey, God bless y'all. If I miss you, hey, I'm just one person. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Jesus is the everlasting arm. He omnipotent, omnipresent, the beginning and the end, Alpha and Omega. Okay, so where I fall short, Jesus pick up. So please take it to the Lord in prayer. Open your Holy Bible, and the Lord got you. God bless you. We'll talk soon. Let me see. Now this here. Now for those of y'all who came late and you missed this here process, I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take the process. But this will process, and then it'll upload as a video so you can watch it back when you're on your 2 hour walk.